Hello everyone, welcome to Halo Moon Tarot. This is your weekly relationship reading for Scorpio. What does Scorpio need to know? Clarity, please. And I keep forgetting to use the charms for every reading. I do see a timeout, a break, often a much needed rest. Yeah, someone here is letting go of something here. It's about releasing, a timeout to heal. But it's all about letting go of situations that no longer serve. It's also an energy of knowing your worth and value. Yeah, I feel like you know what you want here. I do think you're letting something go here. Because I feel this is your energy. Someone who knows what they want, what they don't want. But it's all about releasing this and healing, a little time out. Yeah, I feel like it's an energy where there's a situation that may not be serving you. It's time to just let it go. Yeah. You can see an energy of the Knight of Swords. This is often someone who comes in, changes their mind. See, someone who changes their mind here. And you may be changing your mind about a situation, but this is someone who comes rushing in without thinking, and then they change their mind. So that's where I feel someone may not have your best interests at heart. They may have their own best interest at heart. So it's all an energy of looking at. I do think you're focused on this. Three of Pentacles is cooperation, compromise, compatibility. It's all about going down this path. Yeah, it's two people who should be building each other up. But there's definitely that energy of somebody here taking a much needed break, rest. And I do feel this energy of clearing things out. It's all what's going on in someone's head here too. Yeah. Look at that. Someone here is definitely seeing the bigger picture. It's about being happy. So you know what you want. It's about being happy, emotional, being emotionally fulfilled. Somebody here may not be cooperating and compromising, because I do see this energy of someone changing their mind. They rush in without thinking and change their mind, because it's about coming together and going down this path, teaming up, getting together. There's another person coming into the scene here, I feel, with that Three of Pentacles. Yeah, we have someone here putting on the brakes. Someone's putting on the brakes. You can see they come in, they change their mind, they put on the brakes. So it has to do with a power struggle. Yeah. I feel some of you are going to take your power back from someone here. And I do feel it's where you're looking at someone may not have your best interest at heart. Tell me about this Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, so we have this King of Cups. Somebody all up in their feels. Yeah, what is going on here? Tell me about this Four of Swords. Yeah. Someone speaking their truth, wanting to know truth. So I do see it's someone cutting someone out possibly here too, because to me it looks like someone who can't make up their mind. They keep changing their mind. So it is telling you to think things through. I feel some of you have. I do think you're taking back your power. You're putting on the brakes. It's an energy where things are turning around. But I do see the King of Cups here. This is someone often kind, compassionate, and caring. But I do feel it's someone who keeps changing their mind. So I feel like you're going to make someone's mind up for them here. Yeah, it has to do with faith. See, it has to do with, at some point, feeling like there was hope. You see, feeling like there's some kind of hope. But it has to do with having faith and loyalty and being on the same page. I feel like you're just not on the same page. Because it does have to do with loyalty and being faithful. Yeah. I feel some of you have been to someone, but, you know, I feel there's questions here about someone's loyalty. But I do see somebody here needing to let go of a situation here. I feel it's all about just not being on the same page. Who's this King of Cups? Yeah, somebody curious. It's a person who's curious. It's about learning. So definitely do your due diligence. Speak up, speak your mind. Okay. Yeah, someone here is being cautious, careful what they wish for. So it's telling you to kind of play it safe as well. But I do see someone who's curious. They're learning. See, it's about learning. This is where you teach someone how you want to be treated. Do watch your words, though. Yeah. But this is someone who's kind of in a hurry here. Like I say, it's somebody who rushes in and then changes their mind. It could be yourself in this energy. Tell me about this Nine of Cups. Just make sure someone's speaking truth. They're not wearing a mask, hiding their true self or their intentions here. But I do feel this is someone definitely emotionally mature and ready. So I feel some of you could be cutting someone out or taking a break. You're on a break maybe from someone. And one thing I'll tell you, if you have someone who is not committing here and they keep putting on the brakes, where they come in and change your mind and then now you're on this break, time apart. Because it is a question of loyalty, being faithful to someone. One thing I'll tell you, if there's somebody here who keeps doing that, you don't have to justify your behavior if you have another person coming in. But just be cautious that someone's telling you everything here. Now, this is often someone who plays it a little safe. They're curious. There's things that they want to know. But I feel that goes both ways. It's habits, lifestyle, the way someone conducts themselves. Yeah, it's the Queen of Cups. There you are. See, being kind, compassionate. It's an energy of caring. It's about a question of loyalty. But it has to do with some sort of commitment. And somebody was feeling like there's hope. Someone come in and then they backed out of a situation. But I do feel there's someone here who's curious. They're just playing it safe and being cautious, keeping it all in. So someone is not going to tell someone how they feel, but just make sure somebody isn't hiding their true self, okay? Because that's often someone who hides behind a mask, but it is often just, being cautious. There's things that somebody wants to know. It's about learning. See, it's all about learning about each other. So I feel like you've learned. I feel that learning the hard way, the school of hard knocks, speaking your truth. Some of you could be cutting someone out here. So I do see this energy of honesty and integrity. Tell me more about this King of Cups. Who is this person? So someone here, should I or shouldn't I? Back and forth. Some of you, it could be yourself too here. Yeah, because I feel like kind of weighing the pros and the cons and comparing one to the other. Well, there's nothing that compares to the King of Cups, that's for sure. But I feel like you got a person. I feel like you have somebody who, is emotionally available and mature. And I wouldn't be surprised there's been something on and off too. But yeah, I feel like it's just telling you. So you pinned down by the thoughts, doing a lot of thinking about how you feel. I do see this energy of faith and loyalty. But yeah, like I say, I feel with that Queen of Wands energy, you may be changing your focus here. Let's have a look at the Knight of Swords. Yeah, so I do see possibly two people coming apart, something that's been on and off. You got a curious person here, whoever they are. They're curious, but it's about learning, and someone's playing it safe. Someone comparing someone to someone else. I feel like that would probably be yourself, but it could be this person. Yeah, it's all about building, putting in effort. See, it's an energy of somebody wanting to build, to take things to the next level. See, teaming up, going down this path, cooperating and compromise, putting in effort. I feel like you got a person who just puts on the brakes when it's time to take it to the next level. Now I feel like you're going to change your focus. Because I feel like that you're seeing some kind of truth here in this time out. Yeah, little Pisces energy. So it's an energy of going within. Into me I see. So somebody's definitely keeping it all in, keeping their feelings to themselves. But I feel this is about taking back your power, because someone's not putting in the effort. They don't want to build. They put on the brakes. But now it looks like there's someone else here. I don't know if you're comparing one to the other. Apples to oranges, but this King of Cups, this could be the situation that's on and off, but I do see a person curious, learning, wanting to know. They're shining a light. They're looking for clarity. So they are being a little cautious. Let's have a look at this King of Cups again. Yeah, so something on and off, maybe a bit of an emotional roller coaster. I feel like you're going to get off an emotional roller coaster here. I see a whole new cycle. I feel like your luck is changing. So somebody here, it's definitely an energy of a lot of abundance, good luck, and timing. Pretty interesting. It looks like your luck is changing here, and it could be this person. Definitely think about before taking this to the next level as far as that physical with the Two of Wands connection. Make sure this person puts in the effort, okay? Because it's about building. Because I feel it's an energy of putting in all this hard work. See, somebody who wants someone else to do all the work. So it's making sure you're on the same page, some sort of an agreement. Be agreeing to disagree a little here, but I do think, I do feel here I don't know if this is somebody you have a history with, but I mean, it's all about being on the same page. It's about two people connecting emotionally, telling each other how they feel. Tell me about this Two of Wands. Yeah, we got someone doing soul searching. So there it is, shining the light, curious. See, it's all about going down this path. Somebody's definitely going within, shining a light, looking for answers. To do with commitment, faith. Someone putting in the effort. Now, you may have a history with someone here too, or you could be looking at that. Where you did all the work, you put all the effort and the work in. Someone maybe didn't pull their weight or put in enough effort. They put on the brakes. It's all about going down this path, the path that someone's been on. Two people coming apart, two people coming together, going down this path. It's telling you to trust your intuition, your inner knowing. See, it's all about being emotionally fulfilled, being happy. If someone here needs to figure out what it is they want. I do see this a little bit of secrecy here, so. But it is an energy of someone going within. They want to build. They've gone within. They want to build. It's about two people coming together who build each other up. They don't tear each other down, which is, I feel, this energy of the Queen of Swords. So I feel like it's telling you to get out of your head. Definitely do your due diligence, but I do feel it has to do with things that are spoken. Habits, patterns. Tell me about the Queen of Swords. Let's just clarify that. Yeah, it's about justice and harmony, being fair. So it's about harmony. It has to do with commitment, marriage. But it's an energy of things being fair, making sure. So make sure that you're being fair as well. Because I do see someone here that has a history of putting on the brakes or not putting in a lot of effort. So I feel like you're kind of looking at this here. Yeah, see, cooperating, compromise, and compatibility, the things you have in common. See, it's just two people who should be building each other up, not tearing each other down. So it's about justice and harmony being fair. It's harmony being restored. Going down a whole new path. If you got somebody here who won't make a commitment and they don't want to go down this path, like I say, I feel like you're looking at the history, or you have a history, or someone has a history of something, but it has to do with faith, being faithful and loyal, someone who's kind, compassionate, someone who cares. So I do feel it's kind of telling you to watch your words a little bit. It's about how somebody communicates, because we know the scorpions sting. Yeah, I do feel changing your focus. See, changing your focus, going down this path. You know what you want. I feel like you're not settling. But it's also an energy of, I really feel you're looking at the history of something. Oh, I feel like, lifestyle, commitment, having faith. I feel like you have faith in yourself to make the right choice. But it has to do with being faithful and loyal and harmony. So I do feel there's someone here you maybe feel. You don't have to justify your behavior. If you're coming apart with someone, you're on a break and they won't commit, they won't go down this path with you, you don't have to justify your behavior. You don't have to say anything. It's keeping it to yourself. Because I do feel like you know what you want and you don't want to settle. So it's an energy of not settling. So it's all about not just being fair to the other person, being fair to yourself. Tell me about the Queen of Rods. Yeah, we have an Emperor here. Yeah, look at that. It's all about going down this path. Somebody here's an Emperor. This is someone manifesting the energies of the King of Cups, being emotionally mature, available. So this person's also looking at this. See, it's about marriage, commitment, being fair. It's about somebody coming in right. Tell me about the Emperor. Yeah, someone tames, there it is, taming the beast. Whatever the beast is, everyone has that beast within themselves, but it's kindness, compassion, caring, some kind of forgiveness. So if you have someone here where there's something that needs to be forgiven, could be somebody wanting forgiveness, but it also has to do with strength and inner strength and self-confidence. Feeling very confident here. I feel both of you. Like I do feel there's some sort of change here with lifestyle patterns, this history, making sure you're both on the same page, some sort of an agreement. If you had an agreement with someone and they didn't follow through, that could be why you're coming apart. But I do see this curious person, somebody wanting to learn. They're very curious. So it's hard to say where this will go, but I definitely feel this whole new cycle. See, I feel some of you are getting off this emotional roller coaster. But I do see, looking at the history, comparing one to the other, apples to oranges. Yeah. Tell me about the Nine of Cups. This is about showing your true selves. Yeah, it looks like somebody curious. They want to go on a date. Heartfelt message, communication. So it has to do with strength and confidence. We have an Emperor here who is trying to make something happen. They want to make this happen. So it has to do with this person taking the lead. Let them take the lead. And it's also an energy of being a little mysterious. Don't share too much information too fast. Don't say, start talking about marriage, commitment, and things like that. Let this person discover you, because they need to figure out what it is they want. They need to, it's an energy of being happy, being emotionally fulfilled. Someone needs to figure out what makes them happy. So it is an energy of not having to justify, especially to the person where you've, taken back your power, maybe putting on the brakes because of an on and off situation, where someone just can't make up their mind. And I do feel it's an energy of making up someone's mind for them if they don't want to commit. But I do see, looking at history, making sure you're on the same page. I do see this person coming in, heartfelt message, communication, going on a date, but I do feel they're still kind of hiding behind a mask. They may not be telling you everything. So that's why don't share too much information too fast, so somebody doesn't get overwhelmed. But it's about keeping some things to yourself and going within, looking at what makes you happy, what fulfills you emotionally, because I do see this, it's all about taking it to the next level. Tell me more about the Hermit. See, it's all about clarity, making sure things are clear. Yeah, so I do see opportunity, procrastination. So someone who knows a good thing when they see it, but it's also an energy of options, someone exploring other options. So I think this is someone just exploring. But if it is yourself coming apart from someone, just kind of, like I say, if you got someone who won't commit, you don't have to justify. Okay, you don't have to justify your behavior. But it is about being fair. Yeah, I feel it's an energy of exploring options. There's somebody here wanting to explore and go down this path. A little Virgo energy. It's a person who's gone within. Into me I see. They want to build. They need to put in the effort. So I do feel there's going to be conversations about history, especially if you have history with someone. But it is about making sure definitely you're on the same page. Yeah. But it's an energy of keeping some things to yourself here, just kind of exploring this and kind of see what happens. But just like I say, this could be somebody who has other options. And it could be yourself too. Like I say, exploring other options here. Because it looks like someone's kind of treating you like an option. That's why I feel two people coming apart. But it's an energy of not settling. I mean, the Queen of Wands is here first, knowing exactly what you want. Now we have an Emperor here. So the Emperor is definitely this masculine energy of someone who feels confident. They're taming that beast within themselves. It's about them knowing what they want. It has to do with this person having faith in this path. They know a good thing when they see it, opportunity. But yeah, you can see taking a little break, someone pinned down by their thoughts, doing some thinking. But I really wouldn't take this to the next level until somebody puts in some effort. Definitely there's a need for inner work. But it's all about control, maybe a power struggle here too. See, somebody kind of, a power struggle. So it's about letting go of control. So it's telling you to let go of control. And it could be this person as well. See, the power struggle between two people. Yeah, but it's all about putting in effort. See, it's about cooperating, compromising. Look at the things you have in common. I wouldn't be surprised if you both have this energy of needing to let go of control. Just kind of going with the flow, seeing where it goes. Sort of exploring this. But yeah, definitely someone pinned down by their thoughts doing thinking. So I do see some of you taking a time out with someone, exploring other options. Tell me about the High Priestess. Yeah, we got somebody here all up in their feels, keeping all their feelings to themselves, how somebody is feeling. See, it's about someone figuring out what they want, what makes them happy. It's often a person who needs to spend time alone. See, going within till they know exactly what they want. But it's about emotional fulfillment. See, it's a little secrecy. Somebody here's got a little Pisces energy. See, going within. Into me, I see happiness. Someone who sees the bigger picture. But it's telling you to look at the bigger picture. Who is this King of Cups? Obviously this person, or you have two. Somebody who keeps their feelings to themselves. They may be putting on the brakes. I wouldn't be surprised if you got someone here who's doing this, putting on the brakes, time out. This is something on and off that's happened a few times. They may be exploring. You may have two people who have feelings and emotions, but like I say, I feel like there could be somebody who has maybe loves you, has a lot of feelings, but it's all about exploring other options, and it could go either way. And I am seeing a bit of a power struggle, or this comparing one to another. Who is this King of Cups? I wouldn't be surprised there too. Yeah, somebody who starts missing someone, longing for love. There's some sort of reminiscing, something romantic. See, it's about romance, being romantic, taking it to the next level. So it has to do with someone putting in more effort, being more romantic. Tell me about the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, we got a Gemini energy here. So this is an energy of manifesting what it is you desire. There's definitely desire. Someone who has everything they need. So somebody is mastering the elements of the King of Cups. But just watch out for that person who... See, it's somebody who comes in, then they change their mind. They put on the brakes. When they miss you, they come in. But do watch out for secrets, okay? Watch out for secrets. But I feel like someone's going within and looking at what makes them happy, and it very well could be the same person, but I have a feeling there's two, because I can see someone on a break. Someone doesn't want to take things to the next level. As soon as it's time to take it to the next level, they put on the brakes, time out. I feel it's something that you've had on and off. Just watch out for someone who manipulates, where they come in and tell you, oh, I miss you. And the same thing happening. So I feel like it's time for you to see things clearly. Yeah, see, it's about staying grounded, being practical and sensible, logical. It's about sitting yourself down, looking into the future. Do you see yourself with this person? Especially if it's somebody, you could have someone new who's curious, but you may have a history with them. Maybe you dated this person before. Maybe you were even in a commitment. I don't know. But it's all about faith and commitment and being fair. So it is an energy of being fair. Don't share too much information too fast. You don't have to justify. If you got someone where it's on and off, they keep putting on the brakes, maybe they're even telling you to explore other options. And that's what I feel like you're doing. You're being sensible and practical. But it's grounding yourself, looking into the future. Do I see myself with this person? There's some sort of choice and decision you're going to have to make in the future. Yeah, so just watch out for anyone who tries to manipulate here. See, it's about things being real, seeing the reality in a situation where someone here may not have your best interest at heart. But it is an energy of releasing, letting go of things that no longer serve, knowing your worth and your value. It's an energy where you deserve better. But it's again, taming the beast. I feel watching your words. Yeah, I do see this energy of just kind of waiting and being patient. See, some of you've got someone who's kept you waiting. And I do feel it's at this point now, the tipping point, where two people coming apart on a break, exploring other options, looking into the future, who you see yourself with, what makes you happy, what fulfills you emotionally. It takes two people to build. So it's two people putting in effort to build, putting in that effort. Some of you have been kind of waiting for someone to do that. Maybe you even had an agreement with someone and they didn't follow through. So it's somebody who keeps you waiting. So to me, it looks like someone keeping you waiting, wasting your time. The ship may have sailed, because I do see a crush, a longing, someone missing someone. Yeah, we have the Empress. Yeah, it's the start of something new. It's about being open to receive. It's about knowing your worth and value. This is about your own strength, your own confidence, about knowing what you want, because I do feel you're going to make a decision in the future. Tell me about the Empress energy. Yeah, it's a little aha moment, seeing the truth. Yeah, you got someone here. It's an energy of someone kind of a little bit detached emotionally. See, it's an energy of someone trying to detach, then they miss you, they possibly come back in. I don't see that happening too soon, because I do see this on and off in this break, someone getting out of their head. So it's definitely an energy of getting someone out of your head. See, there's someone here is a little bit detached. You know, they lack that emotion. So, but it could have to do with this person needing to detach from something else here. I feel like it's all about exploring other options. See, somebody wants to explore this connection. They see opportunity with the Queen of Pentacles. They know a good thing when they see it. But it all has to do with this aha moment. It has to do with someone's expressions, emotions. I do see someone playing it safe, kind of hiding behind a mask, acting like they care, but they, you know, like they don't really care, or they're not really that interested. But really make sure that whoever it is that you're coming together with and going down this path, okay, knows how to share feelings and emotions here. But it does look like someone detaching from a situation. It's a person who kind of pondering the situation. It's about laying the foundation. See, it's an energy of someone here who, I feel like you had somebody who maybe wasn't emotionally available at some point. But it is about laying the foundation. It has to do with past. See, someone feeling the ship has sailed. It's probably too late. But I feel this is about yourself here. Wasting your time looking into the future, making sensible, practical decisions. And I do feel that you're going to have to make a decision, and you're going to have to pull in all your inner strength and be brave and be confident. Know, and it's about knowing, okay? It's all about putting all those cups on the table and seeing the bigger picture. Looking ahead. That's what the Queen of Pentacles energy is looking into the future, visualizing, being with someone. Yeah, do you see there's somebody here I feel who's trying to detach. I do feel it's someone who just wants to be single too. There's someone here who just wants to be single. And it's possible while you're exploring other options, somebody else may be thinking the same thing. Because this is an energy of someone here, definitely single, see, kind of emotionally detached. And I do think you're going to have an aha moment. It's all about clarity. And it is about taking back your power. I see truth and victory. If you've got someone who's keeping you stuck and single because it's on and off, this is where I feel it could be yourself needing to detach. And it's possible that's how you're starting to feel, because the Empress is open to something new. This is the birth of something new. Yeah, it has to do with someone reaching out. maybe a little test here. But I feel like you got someone here who, I think this, whoever this is you're coming apart from, or on this break, I do think they're going to reach out here to test the water to see if you reciprocate. Just be careful of someone who's trying to take advantage of your kindness, compassion, that forgiveness energy, always forgiving somebody. I feel it's telling you to be strong and brave here, because I do think this is someone who just wants to be single. I feel like they're trying to detach, but they can't because there's likely feelings, but it's someone who wants to be single. And that's where I feel taking advantage. Be very careful about someone trying to take advantage of your kindness and your generosity, because this is someone showering abundance. Okay, so be very careful of that. Yeah, see, someone's cup actually runneth over. It's about being generous. Someone needs to be more generous with their time, putting in more effort to share their feelings. So I do see a fresh new start and another opportunity, but I feel like you're just looking at it. It's an energy of somebody here whose feelings are starting to flow too. But I mean, it's very possible you've got this person. You may have a history with them, maybe even dated them or had some kind of relationship. But I'm going to be honest, there's two King of Cups, and I do feel there's two. One of them is trying to emotionally detach, but it could be yourself doing that too. But it's also, I feel like you got someone here who kind of feels, just watch out for somebody who feels entitled, where they try to take advantage, okay? Somebody who wants more than they're willing to give. So make sure whoever this is that's coming in puts in effort, because I do feel like you got somebody where you had some sort of an agreement, you felt confident about it, and then somebody rushed in, changed their mind, put on the brakes. You need to take back your power. It's about staying on course. You know, the ship has sailed. Stop wasting time, wasting your time, your energy. Because I feel it's somebody here who wants you to do all the work. So be very careful of somebody wanting you to do the work. Don't be the wife till you're the wife energy. And I'm not saying you can't explore, you shouldn't explore this, but it's about cooking, cleaning, doing nice things for somebody. Tame that beast within yourself, because that's often the beast. And always forgiving, always putting in effort. You know, this is where I feel like it's time for you're going to be making a decision. But it is an energy of making sure you get this cup. Someone tells you how they feel. They put in effort. Make sure they put in effort. Don't be the one to do all the work. Don't let someone take, because I feel showering abundance on someone. Yeah, don't let someone take advantage of your kindness and compassion, your forgiveness. Okay, stay strong. The Empress is always kind, compassionate, and forgiving. But it doesn't mean that you need to be a pushover. It doesn't mean that you need to start doing things, putting in effort to win this person. Okay? Whoever it is. Because it is about a fresh new start and an opportunity here. Yeah, it's an energy of someone telling someone how they feel. Yeah, it's all about dating. See, there's been some hurt and heartache, hurt feelings. This could be somebody apologizing, a very big apology, but like I say, it's about exploring this. Somebody who just wants to explore this connection. So it's saying to just explore it, but it is an energy of protecting your heart. There's been hurt and heartache, but I'm going to tell you about, because I feel like somebody feels loyal, faithful, feels I need to tell the other person they're exploring other options because you're on a timeout or a break or you're going your separate ways. You don't need to justify that, because it could be somebody who starts feeling jealous and then they come back in telling you they miss you. So watch out for the person who manipulates or tries to take advantage. Okay? Because it's about opportunity. Somebody here knows a good thing when they see it. It's the Queen of Pentacles. Someone very gracious, grounded, somebody who works. They look out for themselves. Definitely the energy of someone who's independent. But it's telling you to look into the future, to go within, and figure out what it is you want, what makes you happy, to see the bigger picture. And I do think you are going to have some aha moments, especially if this person that you're dating or going to be dating, make sure they show their true self, because it is someone kind of hiding behind a mask a bit. They're curious, they want to learn. So there's an energy of learning. Curiosity. Let this person discover you, even if it's someone you have a history with. Let them discover you. It's like a fresh new start and an opportunity. So yeah, but I feel like this other person here, somebody who's going to come back in and ask you out and go on a date. And because I feel out of jealousy. So don't make somebody jealous. You don't have to justify that you're seeing someone here, but it is about taking things to the next level. And I do feel that physical connection. So I do think you need to kind of put on the brakes a little bit, kind of wait and see what happens. But I do feel the ship has sailed for some of you. It's time to explore other options. Yeah, see some time in between, things calming down, taking the lessons that you learned. It's time to move on. See, it's about trying to avoid a disaster. See, it's about moving on. And I do see that where the ship has sailed here. Yeah, I do see getting out, socializing. I see friends, family. I do see some kind of good news. But yeah, I definitely see the energy of another person coming in. Could be a little reunion or some kind of a reconciliation of sorts, but just watch out for any kind of manipulation. Do not be the wife till you're the wife energy. And like I say, I'm going to repeat that because a lot of people don't get it. They think it means, not to do anything, but it takes two people to build. Okay, but definitely don't start cooking, cleaning. Don't start sacrificing for this person. Okay, be a little mysterious. Let this person discover you. Okay, keep some of your thoughts, your words to yourself. And let this person figure out what it is that they want so that they come towards you right. Because that's what I feel, especially the person, the history. Somebody here you have history with. But it's all about faith and loyalty. See, being confident that you're going to make the right choice. Yeah, see, that's the aha moment. See, the epiphany. It's all about truth and victory. It's all about clarity. Let this person discover you. Let them discover you, even if it's someone you've dated before. Yeah, be a little mysterious, okay? Yeah, you don't have to justify. You don't have to justify that you're seeking other options with someone who keeps putting on the brakes, because they are looking for clues and answers here. See, it's somebody who just doesn't want to take things to the next level. They put on the brakes every time. They may be exploring other options as well. Keeping secrets. But definitely somebody's been keeping a secret, and it is their feelings. Yeah, it's all about two people coming together. It's about building that foundation. Happy home, happy life. But I see dating and courting. So just be careful of someone who says after a period of time they just want to date. Because I do feel like that's what you're getting here. Yeah. Just look at the truth here. And I do see an energy of change and moving on. See, it's time for change. And you may be looking that someone may never change. And that's the energy of someone coming back around doing the same thing over and over again. So it's saying to trust your intuition, your gut feeling. I feel like you already know the answers you're seeking, but it has to do with you being strong and confident. Just watch out for somebody here, a little Sag energy, that somebody comes rushing in and backs out. They get overwhelmed. Oh no, this is someone who gets a little overwhelmed. Even though they're very enthusiastic, they're coming in pretty quickly. They feel like they need to hurry up. But don't overwhelm this person with too much information. Be a little mysterious, because this is someone who makes decisions better when they're not under pressure. This is someone who will often run away, and it could be both. This is something that's happened to you with several people, so you have to look at what you're doing and what you're saying. Don't pressure somebody. Yeah, Knight of Wands is someone who sometimes comes rushing in and backs out because they feel pressure. So don't pressure them, because it's about getting to the finish line, commitment, building the foundation. So do take care, and we'll see you soon.